Welcome back. We're heading into the heart of the holidays, and this is the time of year that kids of all ages can appreciate the magic of the season. For some, the greatest gift of all is bringing joy to others. And here now are Ken and Riley Keeney. Their home in Glastonbury is a mecca for holiday lights, and their mission is to help people experiencing dark times see the light, literally. Ken and Riley, thank you for being with us. You call your display the Holiday Thrill on Chalker Hill. And we were just out there this past week during the evening news shows, taking a look at it and showing people. We have some video we can show as well.
Absolutely.
Tell me what you do, Ken.
So, you know, this all is a passion of love for me since I was a young kid. Unfortunately, I'd lost my father on Christmas Day when I was 1. So that became a kind of a hard time in the season for us. So I figured that my goal would be to change that, because obviously when the holiday seasons roll around, we find that some of that can be difficult for people. So I found a way through making Christmas and the holiday season extra festive for people. And it was therapeutic for me, and I found that's very therapeutic for our community and for people who struggle sometimes around the holiday time. So decorating is our passion.
And you said you've been doing it basically your whole life, but in this house, 10 years. I know last year you had a back surgery, so you couldn't do it. What was it like missing a year?
That was the most horrible time of the year. I have to say, my window kind of overlooks the display itself, and you know, we saw, even though we had posted out there, we just saw multiple people driving by. But what I found was the community outreach to me and to try to put the display on was fantastic. So it showed they still wanted to kind of come and help. The problem being is it's such a large display. It's not something you can just put up and leave unattended. So unfortunately, it was very difficult for me, but glad to be back now.
Now, Riley, when you sat down, your dad said that this is going to be your job in the future. You're going to take this thing over. You're in 9th grade now. It must be a daunting task. This is a big display.
Yeah, it definitely is. I look forward to it, though, being what he does. Whenever I see him spreading the Christmas spirit that he does for Glastonbury and everyone else that cares to come and see our Christmas display, I know that's what I want to do and benefit them. And as you see on the video, this is what it's all about, just spreading Christmas spirit to all the kids.
Well, it's hard if you don't see it in person, but looking at it even here on the video, you can get an idea of the scope of this display. What's the setup like? Do you have some stats? How many lights? How many decorations? What's the story?
So, you know, I probably need to get a stat on that, because I don't actually know. I've been asked that a lot. There's, I would say, tens of thousands of lights. It's a 2-month labor of love. We start in early October, you know, sometimes late September, just depending upon the weather. And the biggest thing is getting it prepped ahead of time. A lot of people ask me they want to do something similar. I say, well, the first thing you need to do is run underground lights, because we have 6 outdoor outlets so that we can run all the lights so that we don't blow fuses and everything else. So it's kind of a Clark Griswold school of art on lighting.
Gotcha. And so you start in October and you just kind of keep building it up, and then you flip the switch?
Yeah, so we test several sections. Ours happens to be in 2 different sections of the yard, the way our driveway is split, so we work on one section at a time. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. It keeps building throughout the season.
And obviously you want people to come and enjoy the lights, but to you there's a bigger meaning to this. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the meaning to me is being in emergency services pretty much my whole adult life. I really found that, you know, the holiday season, again, I told you, a lot of people struggle during that time. So I had put a bench out there for people and allow them to come, and sometimes I even join them out there. They'll be sitting out there and just taking in the lights, and we'll have a conversation about, you know, maybe what it is that they've lost during that season, and kind of just, it's almost like a psychology one-on-one where we can kind of, they help me sometimes, I help them, and I get a lot of communication through Facebook and media outlets where they'll reach out and, you know, ask if we can come out, kind of tell us their situation, and we try to work with them to help them find the positive of it.
And I know you've had senior citizens, you've had lots of kids, there's characters out there sometimes. Just a great time, Riley? Everybody loves it?
Oh yeah, I love it. I'm fortunate enough to do some of the characters, and just seeing the smile on kids' faces. I've held elderly people's hands before, and they just know what it's all about, and that's the great thing. It's
great. Your lights, we're just about out of time, but the lights are on about 4 to 10 p.m.-ish. Holiday Thrill on Chalker Hill. You got to come out and check it out.
Absolutely, please do.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys being with us. We glad we could show some of the video, and hopefully people will get out there and check out the check out the display.
Thank you so much.
Ken Keeney, Riley Keeney, thank you for being with us. And again, 4 to 10 p.m., Holiday Thrill on Chalker Hill in Glastonbury.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for being with us. That is CT23 for this week. CBS Sunday Morning is coming up next. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will, of course, meet you back here in Studio A next Sunday morning.